If you're rocking a four-door, you might want to skip this video. Overlanding in a two-door Jeep? Yeah, it's not the obvious choice. Most people choose the four-door or a larger SUV, but I've learned a few things in this small little beast on the trails, and let's dive right into this video. Welcome back to Burn the Map Adventures. On this episode, we're talking about the two-door Jeep Wrangler. All right, so let's start with the pros, because believe it or not, there are many advantages to overlanding in a two-door Jeep. Compared to the four-door, the two-door is lighter and more nimble. That means better breakover angle, less weight on the trail, and easier to recover if you get stuck, which I have. Now let's talk about fuel efficiency. They don't call it miles per gallon for a reason. Kind of sore subject with the Jeeps, honestly. I get about 18 to the gallon when this thing's fully loaded, but still slightly better than its longer sibling. I'll take every mile I can get. Now let's talk about the cool factor. There's something raw, simple, and nostalgic about the two-door Jeep. So if you're into the minimalist style camping like I am, this fits the vibe. You know when they say size matters? It actually does in a two-door. Let's talk about storage. Honestly, this is kind of a no-brainer if you're used to just tossing stuff in the bed of your truck or in a larger four-door vehicle. This is when all those years playing Tetris as a kid really starts to pay off. Look at this. This is a collapsible chair. I can fit two right in my center cubby. I really pack only what I need, and that's kind of the fun of it. All right, so let's talk about the cons. As you can see, there's not a lot of space in the back here, which makes packing very methodical. I ended up building these slide-out drawers, which I usually keep my cookware in one. The other side, I usually keep clothes for me and for Belle. Yeah, it just makes things a lot easier. Things aren't rolling around on the trail. Not much to it. Sleeping inside the vehicle, unless you're tiny, which I am not, good luck. You're probably gonna be sleeping in the fetal position. I'd go for the rooftop tent. I saved on bedding and pillows and all that stuff. All of it lives up top in the rooftop. And nobody likes sleeping inside of a car, right? Do you? So we got a limited payload in the two-door, which makes things a little bit more tricky on the trail. Every pound counts, so pack a little lighter. So you gotta keep your setup dialed. There's also less room for passengers. I ended up taking out the back seat to put in this drawer system, so your co-pilot becomes your best friend. Good thing I'm marrying my best friend. Love you, Belle. So if you're thinking about overlanding in a two-door setup, here are some tips to get you ready for your next journey. Invest in compact, multi-purpose gear. Think backpacking. All these tents, these chairs, everything's lightweight, compact. It's meant to be carried on your back, and keep your loadout minimal. Think quality over quantity. Less is more. You heard it from me. Another big thing is you're gonna want a cargo rack or some sort of roof rack. Anything rigged outside your Jeep saves you more space inside your Jeep. Whether it's a tent, gas can, water tank, traction boards, shovel, anything you can put on the outside saves you room on the inside. If you normally pack a table, think about installing a tailgate swing out. This saves one extra piece of gear packed inside the Jeep, and it looks pretty fucking cool, I might just add. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you learned something about the two-door Jeep. Maybe you're looking to downsize that four-door and get something a little cooler. And if you got tips on your own experiences, let's talk about it. Please hit the like and subscribe below, and we'll see you out there on the trails.